Welcome back, YouTubers and Madden fans. This is Madden Money Shot, sniffing out the Madden cheese as always. I got some plays for you today out of the Steelers playbook. If you guys don't know, I did an entire breakdown of the Steelers last year, both on here and on my website. I have an entire ebook discounted for Madden 18. I didn't want to choose the Steelers. I picked the Steelers because I think they have the best gun bunch out of the entire game. Them and the Browns are probably the two that have the best gun bunches. But like I said, I chose the Steelers because this is one of my personal favorite playbooks. The first play that I'm going to show you, I actually found while I was playing a draft champions with the Bills. And the Bills playbook is not really that great. But later in the game, I found this play, and it totally saved my ass. If it wasn't for this play, I probably wouldn't have had enough offense to win the game. So, I mean, I was using that, and I was using the verticals. You know what I'm saying? Like, those two plays were pretty much my entire offense, and my opponent couldn't stop it, and luckily I pulled it out. So, for that, I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to show you the deep corner first. On the defensive side, we're going to go random big nickel. I'm going to go ahead and move the ball back, and this is one of those big plays. Now, this is not a bad play just like this. I like how McDonald keeps running, which is nice. It's a nice change. I'm going to move the ball here. I moved it over because if I'm going to run it like this, you're going to need space. Because you see, he doesn't stop running, which can be an issue, you know what I'm saying, if you don't choose quick enough. But, you know, I like that better because you can catch and run with it. If you have like a flat route, him stopping is not going to help you out. As you see, I fall for a couple more yards there. So say he was in like a regular flat route, he'll still get open under the coverage, and it's a little bit slower to get open. You see how he just kind of like half jogs out rather than the other route where he's sprinting. But you can see it's still a really good play. To see the way that he catches and runs doing this, you know, he gets open. This flat route's going to get open for sure. As you can see here, we got a man coverage. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to beat up. Who is that, man? He is fast. I don't even know who 17 is. That dude had some speed though. So that's one way to run it. You know, leave it as is, or like I said, the flat route. Obviously the flat route, you saw how the flat route got open a little bit better as he just kind of lazily runs into the flat there. He just seems to get forgotten, which is a nice setup. But the way that I was running it multiple ways, to be honest with you. But the way that I've been running this out of other formations is putting McDonald here either on a streak or a fade, and then putting the square route on an out route and then smart routing. That's the way that I've been running it out of similar playbooks. I'm going to move the ball back though because I'm going to want space here. So let's just go to the center. Now in all reality, I probably would want to have Brown doing what Smith-Schuster's doing, but luckily they have a lot of talent on the Steelers, so not a big deal. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to run it. Hopefully my pass blocking can hold up. I'm going to motion out here. As you can see right there, man, that's just wide open for days. 89. He's not even really a great tight end, but he's open by about 20 yards. I'm not going to run this too often because I put out something pretty similar out of the single back bunch base. It's nice to have that little bit of space though, to be honest with you, to have that pocket room. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to float that up into the cover two. If he can get going with it, he can. I'm calling that a touchdown. It's all good. Out with a touch. So like I said, the fade, slightly a different angle for the tight end. Going to keep doing that fade. And I think we might have that tight end wide open again. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. You see how I pass lead out and away from the cover 3 safety or whatever coverage that was. That might have been a cover 6, cover 9. It works pretty good against both. But you can see how this dude he just gets wide open. For what reason, I don't know. Other than the fact that the zone coverages are busted. So here we go. Once again, we're just bombing it up to the dude. He's just wide open the whole time. I think the reason that this play works like this compared to another play that I put out that was pretty similar out of the bunch base that I was talking about is Rodgers' route is a really shallow version compared to what I put out before. As you can see, we're going to get that bullet pass up the middle. Get going, Schuster. Get going, Schuster. Let's go. We're just scoring at will right now. But that R1 route being so shallow is going to be, you know, it just pulls coverage a slightly different way and gets this play absolutely going. As we're going to get pressured, they're going to throw it away. Good job, Big Ben. Good job getting it away. So that brings me to my next idea, which is Bell. Like I said, running backs, they don't really pass block too well this year, so why bother? I'm going to instead put him into a check down route. I have my choice of either putting him on a drag, which will work out pretty good underneath all these coverages, and like I said, an easy check down, or put him on a slant if I want to get a little bit more aggressive. Now, the drag, you know, there's no way that if, like I said, I came up with that because the user was doing a lot of deep coverages trying to take away Smith-Schuster's route. So I was like, fine, you want to go back there? I'm just going to go ahead and hit you with a slant or hit you with a drag. And eventually he had to stop that, and it would open up Smith-Schuster. So doing it like this, you're just going to have a better check down for all this pressure, and then you have your, one of your best receivers, which is your running back anyway, making nice catch and run plays. So just put him into a route. Doesn't really matter. Put him in any route, motion him out, and then that's your setup. Now, obviously, pretty much every route here is going to get open. I mean, if I really want to against like man or cover 3, Brown will probably get open, but he's not really in my reads. So let's go ahead and let's just gonna hit this one more time, get it to my playmaker, give him an easy catch and run for 10 or 15. So really good setup here. And then that's the look right there. So let's go ahead. Let's keep going back to these bombs. We're gonna get another pressure. We're gonna get another blitz. So man blitz, gotta take that drag every time. Real easy. And if you're using middle linebacker wants to get cute on those zone or on those man blitzes, then you just basically have to throw it. I mean, Rodgers is really good against man, but obviously he's a little bit further back. As you can see right here, we're gonna dot him up outside. And that wasn't even a man, that was a zone. So he gets open a lot. My second favorite pass play I already did a little bit of work on. It's the verticals. Slightly different than the one I did, so I guess I'll show it. Most people might not have seen that play. So let's go ahead and let's pick that. We'll go random nickel. This guy right here, this is a really good route. It's not necessarily, I mean, he's better if you move him over like I did. You're going to see how against man coverage in particular, he's just going to get that separation. It's been like that for years. I'm going to move the ball up. I don't know why I'm so far back now. No more one-play touchdowns, so let's go ahead and let's just move this up right back up. So him crossing like that, not as effective. Motioning him over so that he's on the short side is going to be effective. He's going to find space and be a really good check down pretty much every play. That's just the way that route is. The only problem is you got to motion him over, which is, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like it gives it away a little bit what you're doing, but every route here pretty much gets open. Your 3 routes in the cluster are going to get open. Brown here, I say putting him on a slant is probably the way to go. In a previous version, I had him in a drag, and I had the running back blocked, and that's a really good setup. I'll try to pop a link for that play, but that's really good because in that scenario, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it. As you can see right here, that guy's going to get open. That's not unique to that setup, believe me. But in that scenario, you just kind of have the drag coming open. I mean, the R1 routes is wide open. You're going to have the drag coming open underneath the 3 receivers pulling the zones back. But like I said, I already showed that. I'm not going to do too much. Maybe I'll do it a couple times, mix it in just in case whoever's watching didn't see that. But realistically, slanting, and this version anyway, slanting and putting this deal. I mean, this guy's just wide open. It doesn't really matter as he gets laid out there. But you can see how he gets open. So realistically, on this version, the slant, because the slant will be, it'll create a high-low with the running back. It really will. And then the R1 routes just constantly, it creates a high-low with the R1 route too. That's the whole point of it. Putting him on a drag would just get him in the way. I mean, even if you motion him over, you know what I'm saying, it's still going to be too close for comfort. As you can see here, that looked like a blitz. And we're going to just turn up with that bad boy. I mean, Le'Veon Bell, what a cheat code, man. That little spin move after the catch was just dirty. If you are going to drag Brown, just pass block the running back and then do the motion snap with Schuster. Like I said, I already put that out. But you can see here, that's just a total man coverage. And he's just going to beat that pretty much every time. So a couple different ways to run it. Like I said, this play is a little bit different. To me, honestly, it might be better because I love this running back route. I'm not sure what the name of this route is, but it doesn't really get covered. It doesn't really get covered, and it hasn't for years in Madden. This route is just spectacular. It really is. It destroys man coverage. It destroys, zone. Look at this. Now we got blockers too. This is just a cheat code, man. It's just a cheat code. Le'Veon Bell is a cheat code is what it is. Juju Smith's route can get open immediately under like cover 3s, but sometimes you'll hang it up there too long, and you can see he got a couple yards there. He can usually get a catch and run though. See if we can get a nice catch and run out of that because that's the purpose of the motion. As you can see right there, I mean that's something you got to be aware of. Everything here on this play can get open. As you see, he takes to the house even. I didn't expect that, but look at that. So, like I said, this is like the version I put out before, just on steroids because it has slightly better routes. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna do that drag. You're gonna send the house. We're just gonna slant that bad boy all over Alright, so that's it for part 1. If you guys want to see part 2, more explosive passing plays, do me a favor, let me know in the comment section or hit the like button. Other than that, thanks for watching Madden Money Shot out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.